Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have the first video I think that's gonna make that's gonna create this new playlist, this new series, if we can call it like that, of competitive decks. So in these kind of videos, in this case I actually reached COG with it, but I had some good results in tournaments as well. So these are videos actually of competitive versions of spicy idea that I had. So maybe you could like, I actually asked this on stream and most of you were excited about this, so I'd love to start this new thing with GEARFRIED Heroes. So I think one of the decks I like to play the most, because it's Heroes and I kinda love GEARFRIED. I mean, Heroes are my favorite archetype and GEARFRIED is one of the cards that I found myself to actually love. And yeah, before jumping right into it guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Joey DSOD, but of course guys, you can use this deck with Saul Burner and the Joy from Duel monsters as well, because the skill you need is Salamandra and Phoenix. So why do we want to play this? Because at the cost of playing 10 fire monsters, 10 fire water type monsters, we have no tribute, normal summon Phoenix GEARFRIED, plus if you reveal this guy in our hand, we can create a legendary sword in the graveyard plus a Salamandra set on the field. So this means special summon this boy by banishing this, plus an equip ready to use. That's why we love this. And yeah, so this is a deck you already saw on my channel in this not free to play, because it's not free to play, but it's non-competitive version, because he wasn't playing meta staples or trap cards. I remember I was just playing like the Veil, for example, and yeah, literally to very few to no back rows, right? And instead here we're playing it where I think it's the best version to go for it. Also now this version is optimized because we finally have the Ferocious Flame Swordsman. There was one of the core card I was missing for this build, and yep, here we go. So we have of course 10 fire warrior type monsters. There are the 3 Phoenix GEARFRIED, 3 Blazeman, that's why Heroes kinda synergized with this, 3 Roland, that is our searcher, that can we either go straight away into Linkuriboh to have it to the graveyard, or we can actually use this to summon Nova Master with another hero monster, or actually even better, if we manage to have the Liquid Soldier in our hands and we draw 2 by fusion summoning, we can discard the Roland as a cast as actually an effective Liquid Soldier, so that's very nice. Yeah, triple GEARFRIED is mandatory, triple Liquid Soldier is mandatory as well as the Blazeman, kinda cool. Everything is core card here, as the reinforcement of the army that basically let us play 4 Liquid Soldier. I kinda love this thing. Then we have 1 Veil, and that's fine, because usually during a duel you do not want to have more than a Veil, and if you play 3 Veil you might be in a bad spot against decks that can maybe OTK you with big bodies like more than 4k. For example, if you have 4k life points, your opponent is gonna play monsters that have more than 4k, the Veil is gonna be useless. So that's why you want to have 1, so that in case can be good. But of course there are some meta cards that just cannot actually have to be played, and I'm talking about the limited 3 trap cards. Of course, Ice Dragon's Prison, such a broken card in this meta, probably the best back row you can use. Double Expandable Day, that works so good in this build, providing a genetic pop, guys. Don't forget about this genetic pop, so you can pop face up card, face down card, monster, spell, trap, everything. That's why it's good. Plus, of course, by tributing a warrior monster, that's not a problem. Of course, this synergizes very well even with the Veil, don't forget about it. And the point is, it lets you draw a card, so this becomes even better. Then we have double poly, and here's the deal, not 1 but 2, because thing is, you might want to go into more than a fusion summon, and in some cases starting with the poly in your hand might be, actually in most of the cases, having already the polymerization in your hand can be an advantage. Why? Because you might polymerization, you might fusion summon this boy without wasting your normal summon, so maybe waiting for the draw, right, that Liquid Soldier provides, and then normal summoning what you actually need. That's why I love to play too. Never happened to be a break, honestly. One Miracle Fusion, because of course it's searchable with the effect of Sunrise. And then we have the Book of Moon, the only card that you can really actually play this deck without, as yeah, in some cases it can be as good as not, because for example you can play the Chalice as well, so keep into account you might find yourself better playing the Chalice, because it's useful against Link as well. Of course, going second, this is here because of when you need to go second, so this is nice. And again, just play whatever you have or what you feel most comfortable about, Book of Moon and Chalice, because it depends a lot on the deck you're facing. Maybe Chalice can just be better overall because it's just so versatile and it literally works against anyone, okay? But Book of Moon can be a defensive play alone. Like for example, if you brick and you have, let's suppose you brick completely and you draw 2 Poly, the Miracle Fusion, and 2 Book of Moon. Now the Book of Moon alone can give you a chance of surviving just with those Book of Moon, okay? While instead, if you have the Chalice and you have, let's say, 2 Polymerization, the Miracle Fusion, and the Chalice in your hand, well, the Chalice is not gonna help you survive. At least there are very few cases in which you can survive only off of a Chalice. That's why I'm playing Book of Moon right now. For the extra deck, 2 Sunrises are completely fine. Nova Monster, because sometimes you can just use Liquid Soldier and any of these boys, for example, to go into another monster. That, keep in mind, if you go double Sunrise, but you need more attack points, you might better go for Sunrise plus Nova Monster, because Nova Monster plus Sunrise, actually the Nova Monster has more attack points than a double Sunrise will provide. So that's why. And then we have, for the Exceed part, the only thing I will highly recommend is the Exceedant, that can really have an impact with this is clear the boat effect, right? While the Castle might be very useful, but you might play something different, like, I don't know, there's a Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragon, you can have Genetic Popper like Diamond Wolf, you can have Abyss Dweller, of course, you can have Malevolent Scene, all the kind of stuff you might like. But I mean, for now playing this because it's a generic removal as well. Then we have Link Kuribo, mandatory here because of the Roland. If you break and you only have Roland, if you do not have the Expandable Day, of course you want to play Roland, Link Summoning, having it to the grave, grab your hand drop and you're chilling for at least another turn. Then we have the Ferocious Flame Swordsman, nothing to say here, lovely, especially for the effect, for its floating effect. And then Nightmare Phoenix, because it can, of course, it's always useful to have another way of popping backwards, right? And of course, discarding a Roland can be even more valuable, right? Guys, that's it for the explanation of this competitive version. This is the first one. We're gonna have more videos about this. Sorry for no live streaming today, guys, but as I told you yesterday, I'm still kind of sick. I'm not sure I could be there talking like for 2 hours straight. I still have my throat sore, so yeah, that's it. That's all for the explanation. Let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay. Keep in mind, I used this to reach a King of Games from Legend Rank 5. I have to be, I mean, you know this because you saw this on stream, but I actually started with other decks. So this was what I used to reach Kag from Legend Rank 5. It was not that complicated, actually pretty easy. So we got not the Western one, we have a couple of backwards. It's got Neos plus the Wrath of Neos thing, so we had to use Expandable Day in order to avoid the Wrath of Neos solving its effect. So it's got Miracle Contact though, so yeah, pretty chill in there. It's got the Kluger plus Neos Fusion, so as you can see here, Veil saving the day. Also because the Ice Dragon Prison cannot help at all, so we got the Roland effect in the end phase to grab a GEARFRIED. That is the perfect solution to this. So we got, of course, the Roland normal summon again to go into Linkuribo because he can always be useful. Then the effect of the skill to basically create a couple of cards out of nowhere. GEARFRIED to summon, there you go, the boy, using the Salamandra, then attacking the first one to and stealing, of course, one of the Klugers. Then uses his effect. We're gonna negate that. He's gonna use Neos Fusion, and then at this point we have to deal with the effect of Kluger floating and summoning Neos Wiseman. Now Roland giving us another search, this time the Blaziman, because keep in mind that Roland can search the Blaziman as well. But the point is now that we cannot use Ice Dragon Prisoner for this, and you know why? Because Kluger cannot be special summon, must be fusion summon. So we have no spellcaster to summon in order to get rid of that. And in the end phase, I used this, and and that was a misplay. He used super polymerization that he had in hand. I wanted to try the Ice Dragon Prison, but you cannot summon Kluger with that. So I gave him an elemental hero, and he's got Nova Master out of that. Now we are in a bad spot. But still, we got Blaziman to begin with, grabbing the Poly, and we got the double search, of course, with Liquid Soldier. So, of course, Sunrise is coming. Of course, Sunrise is giving us the Miracle Fusion. Miracle Fusion, now we wait, of course, the second fusion to use the effect of Liquid Soldier so that we are sure that we do not get the Miracle Fusion out of the draws that the Liquid Soldier provides. Then, there you go, Liquid Soldier to grab two, exactly what we wanted, the GEARFRIED to special summon. Basically at this point we're chilling because we can just get rid of Neos Wiseman with GEARFRIED. At this point we can just go for lethal. He's got Kairoid. Guess what? It's not enough. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel interrupting a 2-win streak. Let's see what we have. It's our opponent to go first. Let's see what he's got. Oh, this is the nice duel that we saw. Maybe not. Let's see. It's got Recycle Plus Orchestrator Return, basically the Pot of Greed. Then the Apprentice as well that I think he just drew. There you go, Horror. So let's speed things up. We know what this guy has, right? This is Orchest. Orcust, a couple of stuff, still there, another return that he can't use because it's only once per turn. Din Girsu, right? And then it's done. But our turn was not that complicated because we have just a couple of back rows and the Roland. But we're chilling because we already have the Veil, right? So it's got the return again to draw even more cards. Then he's got the Wonder Expendable Day to avoid him basically Link summoning again. He's got the Din Girsu to get rid of that, but that's fine. Then he's got the Link Slayer special summon plus another special summon of the Skeleton. He's going for lethal, but guess what? Veil said no thank you. So very nice save here. We're chilling. And we got the Roland's effect to grab Blaziman, so we know we can go full power with the draws. There you go, we got the Ice Dragon Prison as well. So Blaziman to begin with, polymerization into the first Sunrise. As always, we wait for the Miracle Fusion to be grabbed by the effect of Sunrise, then Miracle Fusion to go into the second Sunrise, this time drawing a couple of cards. Let's see what we're getting. There you go, another Roland that's gonna provide a search. At this point we can just attack with the Sunrise popping the spell card and then going all the way. I didn't pop the Dingirsu because if it's in the graveyard with the Skeleton, he can just summon it back. So search of Roland, grabbing the GEARFRIED for next turn, but we have tons of back rows to protect ourselves. Wait, what? Level limit area B? Is this guy joking? Never saw that, to be honest. Book of Moon to avoid him special summoning. He's got another Bombard in hand, another Book of Moon. At this point when he attacks, so we can just use the... Wait, as you can see guys, I waited to use Ice Dragon Prison. Why? Because I wanted him to attack in order that I could trigger the effect of Sunrise to pop the spell card. Then after I pop that, Ice Dragon Prison, banish the Dingirsu and the Skeleton. Goodbye, my boys. And now we have lethal even just with these two boys, because we can just attack, use the effect of Sunrise, pop one, with one we attack and with the other one we go for lethal. We went with the skill just because we could, you know. I don't think he had anything in the graveyard that we could be afraid of. So there you go, we're just going all in, attacking. At this point just with Sunrise. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys. Let's see what sheet he's playing. It's us to go first, and we got Roland, Link summoning straight away into Link Ribo. We got the Ice Dragon Prison as well, but of course we in the end phase we're gonna search. I think we're gonna search the Veil. I mean, you could potentially search the Veil. We have the negation. We have an Ice Dragon Prison. Roland got me the Blaze event because I felt pretty confident with the with an attack drop to 0, a monster effect negation plus Ice Dragon Prison. I was feeling pretty confident, right? He's got Tani, so you know, if there's one weakness for Tani, it is Ice Dragon Prison. So let's see what he's got. Vessel of the for the Dragon Cycle. I went with the Ice Dragon Prison because I wanted to avoid him using the effect of Ashuna, plus I didn't want him to get the cards to his end. But of course he's not done yet. He's got the Ishtana, right? He used the Tani, and then I was ready to negate the effect of Ashuna with the effect of GEARFRIED, of course. So there you go. But still, he's got the Adara to special summon, then Link summon into a second monk of Tani, and now I can use Adara to recycle the Vishuda that he can actually special summon now, because he sent it to the graveyard with the effect of Vessel, so he went with the Shaman. Now Shaman can use its effect to bring back the monk. Shuna again. I thought, actually guys, I think he misplayed, because he could have gone with Adara and going for the synchro guy, but he said he went for that. Guess what? Shaman to pop, that's fine. Link Ribo to drop the attack to 0, but he's gonna pop the GEARFRIED. But we're still chilling. So of course guys, he would have won. He misplayed, but I misplayed as well because I should have grabbed the Veil. So with the Veil, I would have been chilling even if he went synchro summoning the Baxia, right? So, but we were lucky this time. Blazement for the poly. We already have the Mythical Fusion, but that's fine. Of course, first Sunrise hitting the field. What does he have? He has protection from destruction and targeting actually. So I had to discard the Veil, then Mythical Fusion into the Nova Master at this point, just because I wanted to attack and draw a card. We got the Ice Dragon Prison, so we're really chilling. Vishuda to target the back row, of course, chaining the Ice Dragon Prison to get rid of the Shtana and the Link monster as well. At this point, there's nothing you can do, my boys. One misplay for each one of us. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third win in a row. This is one of the craziest replays you will ever see. The craziest duel, right? So let's start with this. Our hand that is not the great, right? The greatest one, right? It's got Trickstar 1-card combo, Nightshade, summoning Bloom, effect of Nightshade coming back. Then Link summoning into Condemned Darklord, that is just 2 Fairy-type monsters. Then he discarded a card, and he discarded the Nightmare, because this is Darklord Orchest. He grabbed the Superbia, then the effect for Mill, actually the effect of Orchest of Nightmare to Mill. He's got tons of stuff, guys. I can't even follow. Look at that. Banishment of the Dark Lords, grabbing the Contact, summoning the Superbia that will on summon the X-Shell from the grave. Dude. Effect of X-Shell to grab the Sanctified Dark Lord, so he's got the negation now. It's not done yet. Link summoning to Galatea. Galatea searching for the Pot of Greed, right? And then Galatea, actually the Oxygen Return, double sat, exceeding to Dengirso, recycling one of the materials. There you go. And then triple sat. Dude, triple sat, full life points. Oh my god. This is even worse than just Orcus, right? We got the Rora to begin with, at least it was a little bit better, and I didn't went into Link Ribo because I wanted a material to be tributed with the Expendable Day. It's got the effect in the end phase to keep on summoning stuff, and here you will see the first misplay of my first misplay of the game. He went with the Condemned Dark Lord, so I was waiting here to use the Expendable Day. So he went battle phase. At this point, I'm ready. First, Book of Moon on Dingirsu, so that my Expendable Day actually is useful, right? Then I was Expendable Day, and I had a very good... I had my perfect choice. It was one of the back row, whatever that was, because there was a 50% chance of getting the Sanctified Dark Lord, right? But thing is that I misplayed even harder because I went for a Dark Lord monster. But I know he had the Slapika. He just had it, he just searched for it. So that was my misplay. So no pop, no draw. That was the problem. Instead, if I popped the back row, I would have gotten the draw, and that was the most important thing out of it. So he went attacking, but I'm still chilling because I have the build saving the day as always. So it's got the Sanctified Dark Lord, and honestly, I don't know why he did that. He made it come back to his end, I don't know, to his deck, but I don't know why, honestly. So now he does not have the negation ready, that's the problem. But now you're gonna soon understand why he did that. So we got the GEARFRIED. Actually, we searched that with the Roland. We got another Roland. It shall straight away to search the Dark Lord by using the banishment of the Dark Lords. Then I've got the Linkuriboh as an extra protection. Of course, then the skill GEARFRIED coming out of this. There you go. We got Salamandra, and here comes the crucial choice, guys. I decided to attack this because I wanted to steal this guy, right, and leave this guy, because one of these, I mean, these two should just go away, and the best one to actually steal was this one, and it was the perfect choice, because look at what he's got. Now you understand why he made the trap card, the Dark Lord trap card, come back to deck, because he already had the negation. So he used the droplet and he cut enough the attack, but we're still chilling. So because we have enough attack to go through the condemned Dark Lord, no equip though, so we had to wait there. He's got the Dingirsu out, because there's still Dingirsu out there. I had to negate with GEARFRIED, because otherwise we would have negated this and taken back life points, but it's got the Dark Lord contact, so you can just use that again. Nustan, there you go, to negate the Linkuriboh actually. And he negated the Linkuriboh because he thought he can go straight away lethal to this, because he had lethal apparently, but he forgot that I can still tribute my Linkuriboh. So guess what? Nothing happens here. We know what he's got there, but now we can just use Roland again to equip. He's got the Sanctified Dark Lord, but that is not a problem at all. Even if he negates the GEARFRIED, we can just normal summon another one. At this point, attacking, stealing the GEARFRIED, and then popping everything. Now we're chilling. At this point, it was still tough because he's got banishment to search the Dark Lord contact. So now he's got double search, and he was intelligent here too, and I fell for the trap. So I used Skeleton's effect, and I negated because I didn't want another Dingirsu to come out. But he can just do this. He used his wound to summon the skeleton, then his contact to summon Superbia that summoned Yugioh back on the field. Dude, this thing is never ending. Galatea automation, Dingirsu here to get rid of one of the GEARFRIED, the other one is still there. We've got Roland searching the end phase, Yugioh here to get another search. Dude, it was this duel was a nightmare, but we got another GEARFRIED, so it's not in a good spot, guys. We have the Ice Dragon Prison, so we are more than chilling, attacking, stealing, and he has time limit here, but with the Ice Dragon Prison there's nothing to do here, because at that point next turn, whatever he wanted to summon from the grave, we could have just used Ice Dragon Prison. So guys, that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, this was my rank up duel, my boys. So let's see what we have. What a hand, look at this, this is simply insane. So we can just literally, we can decide to end up with a Linkuriboh and a GEARFRIED, or even double GEARFRIED to be, you know, in the best spot ever. Not because you can use the effect of GEARFRIED 2 times, but just because if he has a Book of Moon and gets rid of one of the GEARFRIED, you still have the other one. That's the reason. We set the Ice Dragon Prison, so we're chilling. It's got the Flawless Perfection of Tani, but this dude actually, he just bricked, I guess, at this point, because this was my rank up to card. I went straight away with that, and still we're chilling. It's got the Vessel to begin with, sending that Shtana's effect to summon itself, and as soon as it touches the field, there you go, Ice Dragon Prison, get rid of everything. He's got another DD Crow just to show me, and this was, I showed you this just to show you the rank up tool. But yeah, guys, that was it. If you want to see even more replays, check the last 2 live streamings that are still on the channel, because I just played with this deck over and over again. Yep, guys, first competitive version, I love this. It's one of the decks I played in several tournaments. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below of both this video and of course this new playlist that we're creating, this new series about competitive decks, competitive spicy deck, not only competitive. Otherwise I will just play meta stuff. Anyway guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.